If I have to keep only one perfume from these popular Middle Eastern perfume brands, then this will be it. Okay, the fragrances that I'm going to feature today are something that are must haves for me. They are my number one favorite from Lattafa, Khadlaj, French Avenue, Arabiyat Prestige, and Paris Corner. So, if you are a big lover of Middle Eastern perfumes, then this video is something that you don't want to miss. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds appealing to you, then please do keep watching and consider subscribing. You have no idea how difficult it is for me to choose only one from these popular Middle Eastern perfume brands, but I managed to do it. This topic was actually suggested by one of my subscribers. You asked me to do my number one favorite from different perfume brands, so I decided to start with 5 Middle Eastern perfume brands. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. I'm gonna start off with the brand Khadlaj, and my number one choice, I think, is very easy to guess. If you watch my channel, you probably know which fragrance I'm gonna feature in today's video. For me, this was the easiest choice. Like, there was no other competition when it comes to feminine leaning perfume, okay? And this is Empire Victor. Yes, to me, this is the most beautiful citrus vanilla that you can find from the Middle Eastern market. I'm gonna even consider this as the best affordable gourmand vanilla that you can ever find. If you watch my channel, you know how much I adore this perfume. This to me smells like a freshly baked vanilla cake with loads of caramel drizzle and lemon shavings on top. Definitely beautiful, definitely gourmand. However, there's something about it that is still perfumey. So to me, you won't be smelling like a walking cake, for example. There's something about how the sweetness is done in here for it to be still smelling like a perfume. Such a beautiful citrusy vanilla. I don't think that this is duping anything, even though it somehow reminds me of Lira by Casamorati, and I will say just a little bit of Devotion by Dolce& and Gabbana. However, they are not really similar or duping, okay? I'm just saying that they're all in the same ballpark. However, to me, guys, Empire Victor really is the best citrusy vanilla gourmand that still smells like a perfume in the market. Longevity and projection of this one is amazing. When I first got it, I think I was getting around like 5 to 6 hours, but now that it has matured for quite some time, the performance, I will say, is above average. And yeah, to me, this is still the best from Khadlaj, and it is definitely my number one favorite from the brand without a doubt. Once again, Empire Victor. All right, next up is French Avenue. And for me, this was one of the hardest choice to make because I have two big loves from this brand when it comes to feminine leaning fragrance. However, when I finally chose one, I based it on how good it is compared to the original, because the two fragrances that I'm talking about are Mirage Exclusive and Tropical Kiss. Okay, and these two are both inspired by luxury niche fragrance. But I will say that I chose Tropical Kiss because I'd rather choose Tropical Kiss over the OG, which is Stefan Humbert's Lucas Mango Kiss. In my opinion, this is the best mango scent that I have ever tried. It has that ripe yellow mangoes mixed with some tropical vibes coming from the coconut and ylang ylang. In the base, it has that warm and addictive vanilla, amber, and benzoin combo that gave this fragrance like a strong oomph factor. I would say that the chamomile in here is almost unnoticeable to me because I didn't like the chamomile in Mango Kiss. Okay, I find that a little bit screechy on me, and I didn't find it in Tropical Kiss. Now, this fragrance is very fruity. Okay, so I think if you are not really into fruity scents, then you might not like Tropical Kiss. To me, this is very ripe mango heavy. So even if it has that solid and strong vanilla, amber, and benzoin base, Tropical Kiss is still more of a fruity fragrance than a vanilla and woody scent, which I think is its advantage, because to me this is just the perfect tropical mango fragrance that I am truly, truly enjoying. It has that coconut and ylang ylang that definitely screams summer. If you watch my channel, you know already how much I love this fragrance. I mentioned before that amongst all the mango scents that I've tried in Exxons and all of those mango new releases, I find Tropical Kiss to be the best amongst all. So yeah, once again, I chose Tropical Kiss by French Avenue because not only it smells amazing, it also lasts and projects above average. I'll say definitely lasts me around 6 to 8 hours with strong projection for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. And yeah, I find this better than the original. Once again, Tropical Kiss by French Avenue. Next up is Arabiyat Prestige. And yes, I find Arabiyat Prestige as one of the best Middle Eastern perfume brands because they always have quality in their fragrances. And I find their perfume bottles actually well thought of. Okay. And amongst all their feminine leaning fragrances, my number one choice is Nyla Suede. And if you watch my channel, this won't be a surprise to you as well because this is definitely addictive. This has an intoxicating coconut, caramel, milk, vanilla, and sandalwood combo that I am truly, truly enjoying. If you're like me and you think that we have the same taste, you love creamy coconut and sandalwood, you will definitely love Nyla Suede. I know the bottle looks a little bit gut and mysterious, but to me, I find this very creamy and tropical actually because of that coconut and ylang ylang. It also has a cocooning cashmere wood note that I find quite intoxicating for me. So basically, I love the combo of milk, cashmere wood, coconut, and caramel in here. It is quite sweet, okay, not very sweet in my opinion, because the sweetness is coming from the caramel and it's just the perfect amount. It's not heavy sticky caramel, it's like a drizzle of caramel in coconut milk. Definitely addictive. Actually, this is my scent of the day, and I am really, really loving how I smell right now. By the way, leather is listed in the note breakdown. However, I don't find this fragrance leathery nor suede, okay? Because I know it has the suede name in it. And to be honest, to me, this even should be called Nyla cream. On me, it doesn't have any suede or leather feel at all. This is mainly a creamy coconut milk, caramel, sandalwood, and cashmere wood that is intoxicating. Longevity and projection are no joke. This definitely has an above average longevity. Let's say lasts me around 6 to 8 hours on skin, and it lasts longer on clothes. Like it will definitely stay on your clothes. You don't really need to overspray much. And yeah, highly recommend it for all the coconut lovers out there. And in my opinion, this right here is one of the best coconut fragrance in the Middle Eastern market. Once again, that is Nyla Suede by Arabiyat Prestige. Next brand is Paris Corner. And it was very hard for me to choose only one from this brand because I will say that the way they dupe fragrances are just very good. They are pretty much spot on with a little bit of twist, but in my opinion, this is better than the OG. Like I will definitely choose this over its original version. And I am talking about Minya. I was very torn between Kair Felicity and Minya. However, I chose Minya because this is something that I will definitely keep in my collection because it is not redundant, as this is definitely better than Sol de Janeiro's Bum Bum Mist, which, in case you don't know yet, is pretty much the inspiration of Minya. While with Clear Felicity, it is duping Kayali's Silk Santal. However, if I have to choose only one from the two, I will definitely choose Silk Santal over Clear Felicity. Anyway, let's talk about Minya, guys. If you watch my channel, you know that this was love at first sniff for me. This is basically a pistachio, caramel, and powdery scent that definitely smells addictive and fun. It is a kind of fragrance that is addictive to me. I love the fact that it is sweet, nutty, and powdery all at the same time. However, not over the top. There is also something very fresh about it because the dry down is kind of musky and powdery. However, it is a clean kind of musk. You know, it's not like a typical Middle Eastern musk that I normally find cloying. But with Minya, the musk that is used in here is very clean smelling. Definitely like my vibe, definitely smells more expensive than what it is. I'm not going to consider this as a gourmand fragrance, even though it is sweet, because to me, there is still something about it that smells perfumey. The pistachio in here is not too nutty and it's perfectly blended with the caramel and musk. Those are the top three notes to my nose, and I just truly love this fragrance. And I think that this is perfect for summertime. So, yeah, you will definitely see me featuring this fragrance more in summertime. When it comes to longevity and projection, I will say in today's video, this is the least when it comes to projection. This I would say is just right in the middle, moderate, okay? However, still good in my opinion. It lasts longer on clothes, and in my opinion, this is such a cool summer fragrance. Yeah, Minya by Paris Corner. Last but not the least is Lattafa, okay? And I'll be honest with you, this was really tough that I cannot choose just one. So yeah, I'm gonna cheat right now because I choose to feature two. Of course, Musamam White Intense. And yes, this is a new bottle because I gave one to a friend of mine who visited me last month because she fell in love with it. Musamam White Intense is your spicy sandalwood and creamy coconut combo that is elegant, sophisticated, and addictive. Yes, these three adjectives describe Musamam White Intense. If you watch my channel, you know how much I love this fragrance because it really is a sophisticated scent and it smells more expensive than what it is. If you think we have the same taste, you know, you love woody and creamy coconutty scents, you will definitely love Musamam White Intense. It has an ylang ylang and mahonial note that is somehow giving it a lingering tropical vibes the entire wear. However, I am not considering this as a tropical fragrance, okay? This is more of a creamy coconut and sandalwood combo with just like tropical nuance in the background because of the ylang ylang. Highly recommend. I've talked about this fragrance so many times in my channel, and yeah, for sure you know already that this will be featured in today's video. Longevity and projection are above average, especially after maturity, okay? This perfume lasts even longer on clothes and it's quite eternal. Yeah, once again, Musamam White Intense. And the other favorite from Lattafa is a new fragrance, and I haven't talked about it yet in my channel. However, I think this is the perfect time to talk about it. Khamrah Dukhan. Guys, if you follow me in Instagram, you know that I featured this fragrance and I mentioned there that I wasn't really expecting a lot, but you know, still I bought it because the bottle is quite giving. I really love this ombre effect of fuchsia and like an ambery golden, like very gorgeous bottle. Okay, now when it comes to scent, I will say that when I tried it on myself, I was like, meh, okay. Canberra, like nothing much. So, you know, I went through my day and, you know, I just couldn't stop sniffing myself. And guys, even my kids, okay, I have twin girls, they are 4 years old, and I received compliments from them for the very first time. Okay, guys, I'm always wearing different perfumes every day. I never receive compliments from them. But guys, when I wore Dukhan, my twin girls told me that I smell so good. Okay, so that for me is something big. Okay, so this is very special to me. I will say that it is definitely close to Khamrah OG. Like the first time you spray it, you will definitely know that it is a flanker of Khamrah. However, the spices, pimento, you know, that um mandarin touch that I think lingers the entire wear because there's something quite orangey in this fragrance. It also has that incense and tobacco that are blended into perfection. I would say that it just smells so refined. Let's say the most refined out of the three Khamrahs, okay? Is it very unique? No, because as mentioned, it smells like the OG Khamrah. However, the incense in here gave this fragrance that sophisticated and refined luxury vibes that I am really loving. The tobacco in here is something that is present. However, I won't consider it as a smoky version of Khamrah, like definitely not smoky. Yes, for the incensey and more spicy version of Khamrah with that fresh Mandarin touch, I'll say. Yeah, that is the difference. And the vibe of the bottle is the vibe of the juice that I'm getting out of this fragrance. I absolutely love this scent, and it is something that I will always have in my collection. Longevity and projection are beastly, okay? Considering that I only have this for, let's say, around 6 days, and it performed right off the bat. My husband used this as well, and guys, the scent trail that he left was like head turning for me. I'll say, if you don't have any camera yet, I will recommend you getting Khamrah Dukhan, because in my opinion, this is the best out of the three. Let's just say that this is the most refined version of Khamrah with luxurious incense and spices. I also don't find this fragrance that sticky sweet compared to the other two. And yes, definitely one of Lattafa's best. Oh, and also I find this fragrance unisex, okay? Not really giving feminine vibes, but I will say that if you are into unisex fragrances, you're gonna love this one as well. In my opinion, this is unisex that is a little bit leaning more on the masculine side. However, let's say around 55% more masculine leaning. But yeah, I will definitely wear this fragrance, especially in the upcoming fall and winter season. And yeah, I think even now at springtime, I'll definitely rock this fragrance. Once again, guys, Khamrah Dukhan. All right, so that is the video for today, guys. Those are my number one choices from popular Middle Eastern perfume brands. Let me know if you agree or not, or if you have your own number one favorite from the said brands. Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you are a man and if you would like a topic like this, but more masculine leaning fragrances, let me know as well in the comments down below, because I'm thinking of filming it separately. Yeah. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you on my next one. Bye.